In this program, Les Brown takes your attention to another level. You look your challenge straight in the eye and recognize that life didn't blink. When you take on the goals and dreams that put your signature on the place you have occupied in life, it requires the best of you. You can't go around choosing dreams based on how much stress and strain they will or will not cause. You have to go up in the face of that dream, which is your dream, and come to grips with the fact that it's hard. Let's just recognize it's hard and make it okay with us. When it's hard, we'll just have to do it hard.
Thank you very much. As you know, overall theme is choosing your future. First week we dealt with it's possible that when things aren't going well, in fact, when they appear to be disastrous or you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, when they're going against you, and all kinds of things happen that you did not anticipate, we have one area where we can retreat, maintain integrity with ourselves, and give us a sense of comfort as we know that it's possible. And then we knew that the next thing that was important, that once you know that as you look at your dream, you look at what it is you want to do, the transformation you want to bring about in your life, the changes you want to begin to create as you're working to reinvent yourself, that it's not enough to look at what your options are. No, that's not enough. It's not enough to just stand back and to dibble and dabble in what it is you want to do. That you've got to go at it passionately. So therefore, there's a certain degree of commitment on your part and energy that's necessary. So we went from it's possible to it's necessary. And then we said that if it's going to happen because of efforting on your part, because of what you put into it, because of your taking responsibility for it. And so we said the bottom line is that it's you. So now let's go a step further. See, when you start looking at what it is you want to do, we cannot afford the luxury of trying to choose between lightweight dreams and easy dreams and hard dreams. That we want to begin to look at some things that will challenge us, that will take us to another level within another realm, if you please. And here's what we know, whatever we're interested in, wherever we want to go with our lives, here's what we know. That it's going to take discipline, it's going to take commitment, it's going to take dedication. It's going to take a single focus. It's going to take drive. It's going to take faith. It's going to take guts. And it's going to take an appreciation of the fact that it's hard. It's hard. It's hard living your dream. It's hard changing your life. It's hard, ladies and gentlemen, just starting over again. Just once you've been knocked out by life, once life has knocked the wind out of you, it's hard to pull yourself together and go back again. That you feel empty inside, that you feel like you don't have the strength, you don't have the energy to go back in the ring anymore. And that just getting yourself together, and sometimes that period when it's like you are not yourself, and you know it, and it appears like you can't do anything about it. I remember that because when it's hard, it takes its toll on you if you don't handle it right. And I remember my friends saying, Les, this is not you. I've never seen you like this before. You've always been active. You've always been involved in doing something. Life catch you by surprise. When my friends were talking to me, I could hear them, but I couldn't hear them. I couldn't process it. That it seemed like I had gotten gun shy. I'd gotten to a point where I was afraid to try again. That I had been wiped out by life. Have you ever seen anybody like that? Raise your hand before. All right, you know, where it takes your spirit. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It takes your spirit. All right? And I've always been a fighter, but this time life got me. It got me. And so I know that it's hard. It's hard, ladies and gentlemen, dealing with a lot of things in life. A lot of things will come up. Now, it's called this thing called life. So if you look at where you want to go, get ready. And some of us already have been there. I got a call last night that kept me up all night. Night before last, I got a call from a friend at 3 o'clock in the morning. She said, let me share something with you that I've just discovered. I'm HIV positive, 30 years young. That was, life just beginning. Then yesterday, I get a call, young man been working with, committed suicide. Wait, come on. He didn't even say anything. He didn't sound like anything was wrong. I know, Les, I'm sorry to tell you. But Bruce, he hung himself. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I know that life is challenging. Yes, yes. I know that it's hard for a lot of people now. Yes, yes, it is. And I think that we really need to just prepare people for that in a way. That people need to be fortified. That, see, once you acknowledge that, when you get ready to do what you got to do, once you take that into account, that it's not going to be a cakewalk, that you can't stroll to your goal. I think that this is an old saying, it is better to be forewarned. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. See, if we are armed with that kind of information, I think it gives you an edge. That you know that it's going to be difficult. You know it's hard. And so when you go, your preparation, your deliberateness, and you go up in there because because you know it's hard is the reason that you're going to go up in there. Why? Because when we seek the low road, when we seek the easy road, when we decide to go through life evading or avoiding things because they are hard, that's when we are really literally evading our own greatness. See, you cannot discover yourself. You cannot discover the greatness that you have within you. You cannot begin to expose yourself to new parts of yourself, of talents and skills and abilities you have, going through life trying to make it by getting by easily. It won't happen like that. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tame horse. No, that won't take place like that. Airplane has to have resistance of the air in order to fly. So in order for us to begin to do what we need to do, we need to embrace the fact that it's hard, not avoid it. You got to fortify yourself and say, come on with it. I've got to step into it. And so most people, ladies and gentlemen, they don't do that. Most people, they want relief. They want the line of least resistance. I'm thinking about Jack Davis, who joined, he was at this church, and he's a recovering alcoholic, and he had a personal tragedy in his life. Everybody loved him there. And after he had this personal tragedy, Scott, guess he started drinking, Scott. He started drinking again. And here's a guy that would get a $2,000 a month military disability check every month, and in 1 week, that check would be gone. 1 week, he would spend it on prostitutes or alcohol, or somebody would beat him up, and he'd come back with knots and gashes in his head and black eyes. And one day, Larry was talking to him and said, look here, man, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this? Why don't you let that stuff go? You know what he said? He said, it gives me relief. See, Jack Davis didn't want to deal with life. He felt it was too hard to handle. So he was seeking relief. Even if it's just for a little moment, just right now, it gives me relief. And he went on to an early grave, died of cirrhosis of the liver, seeking relief, avoiding dealing with the hard challenges of life. He never discovered who he was. Man had a lot of talent, a lot of ability. My friend who took his life didn't have to. He wanted to say, oh God, what is it? Internal Revenue Service. So what? Marital problems. So what? Is not worth giving up your life for. It's hard, then handle it. Take a stand. Anybody. It takes courage to live, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone, all of us going to die anyhow. So what if you step the date up? You're going to go. There's no permanent settings up in here. Everybody's going. So it's no big deal. Handle this stuff. So I'm saying when you know it's hard, as you look at where you want to go, here's some things that if you are serious, here's some things that you do so that the work that you have to do does not overwhelm you. One is that, see, some of us make it hard on ourselves, harder because we don't plan. Albert Schuller used to have a saying that people don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. So you look at your goal, where you want to go. Sure, it's possible. Yeah, absolutely. And it's necessary that you pursue it passionately. And it's on you. Yes. And you must have a plan of action. You need a blueprint. What are you going to do? What kind of resources are you going to need? What are your long-range and short-range goals? Who is it that you need to bring into your party of people to begin to look at this, to give you some assistance? What will it take on your part? What changes are going to be required? Why is this important to you? What drives you? Why do you want this? What will you do if your first plan of action doesn't work? What is your backup plan? And if that doesn't work, what will you do then? See, a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, when they go after their dream and they try something and it doesn't work, they become discouraged and they stop. Or they end up just doing the same thing over and over and over again, making the same mistake over and over and over again, and unfortunately looking for a different outcome. Somebody call that insanity. I agree. So what you want to do is look at, and don't feel like you're a failure because you're going to make some mistakes, because you're going to make some. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes you're going to feel stupid and you're going to feel dumb. I can tell you that. I've been there. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have what is called bought sense. I paid for it well. I got a PhD from the University of Hard Knocks. Put some good knots on my head. Takes me a long time to get something, but once I got it, I got it. So you're going to make some mistakes, and it's okay. You're going to run up against stuff that you won't understand. And some people are going to take advantage of you, too. And that's a part of it. That's all of it. You're going to lose some relationships. That's hard. Yes, that's hard, too. And you got to handle it. And I'm saying to you, you get a plan of action. You work. You get your roadmap so you know where you're going, what you've got to do. Take the time to engage in some thinking. Most people don't think. You can have a great idea, but if you don't have an effective plan of action to go after your idea, you can blow it. I know many speakers who have far more talent, ability, and skills, but they don't have a business plan. They don't have a plan of action that can take them to their dream. So they get out and they flutter around in the same arena and they end up starving, not because there's not income here to be earned, but because they have not taken the time to have a plan of action. You must have a game plan for your life. For your life. Most people don't have that. That's why the Mastermind Journal is an instrument. The Mastermind Goal Achievers Journal is a good instrument to use, to see where you are, to write your ideas down, brainstorm every day. Get up. I would get up every day writing down my ideas. When I tried something, it didn't work, I would say, I record what worked, what did not work. On this particular day, I sent a letter to a major corporation, and after about 2 weeks, they sent me a letter that said, we are not interested in the kind of training that you are requesting that we take a look at. However, we will keep you on our files. I recorded that. Now, I said, there's got to be another way. Start thinking. I want to get in here to do this work. I can't come in at the same level these other people are coming in because they have expensive brochures that I cannot afford. I still don't have a brochure to this day. I can afford it now, but I don't need it. I learned how to become more creative. So I became creative. I said, wait a minute, who makes the decision? Who are the people that will make this decision? You got to start thinking, being creative, being resourceful, using your wits. So wait a minute, hold on a minute. It's happening in the personnel department? Okay, do these people have regional meetings with their professional association? They do? Okay, good. I'm going to find out their association. It might be the National Meeting Planners Association, the National Management Association. Whatever associations they're affiliated with, the people who make the decision, I made it my business to go and contact their conventions to offer a free speech. So these managers from all over the country, from all over these corporations all across the country would get a chance to see me do my stuff. So now rather than my sending them brochures in the mail trying to sell them on me, they went back and said, I saw this guy at this convention. He was something else. We got to bring him here. See, I was being resourceful. We got to start thinking. We don't think, ladies and gentlemen, you run up against a roadblock, just look at it as a project. What is this telling me here? You work with it long enough, it will reveal its secrets to you. Become challenged and excited about that. It's not to stop you. You got more going in you than you can ever begin to realize, the powers that you have within you. You have got to, when you have your plan of action, I suggest that if you're just starting out on some particular goal, give yourself a 3 to 5 year perspective. I'm ending my 5th year, going into my 6th year, before you even look for results. Why? See, we live in a time, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. They want it right now. They want it quick fix. Give it to me now. Have these real complicated programs on television, and with a few commercials here and there in 30 minutes, it's solved. Wow. We want it fast, yesterday. It's not like that. You know, they have a tree called the bamboo tree, and the Chinese bamboo tree in the Far East. And for 4 years, every day they water and fertilize the ground. And you don't see the bamboo tree. Now, the 5th year, the bamboo tree begins to show itself. It grows, it breaks through the ground. And in 5 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree grows 90 feet. Now, the question is, did the bamboo tree grow 90 feet in 5 weeks or 5 years? 5 years, of course, you're right. But most people, ladies and gentlemen, don't realize had any day they'd stopped watering it and fertilizing it, any day they'd stopped nurturing it, it would have died. And a lot of people become discouraged with their dreams, discouraged with their goals, discouraged with their ability to do the things that they want to do because they don't see any instant results. They don't see things happening right now. And they become impatient. And people come by and say, excuse me, what are you doing out here? Oh, I'm growing a Chinese bamboo tree. Is that okay? Where is it? Oh, it's there. It's in the ground. You know, I'm just building it right now. You know, certain things you got to do. How long will it be before it comes up? How long have you been doing this? Oh, every day for 4 years. Look, I got a bridge I want to sell you, buddy. Come here. And you know what some people do? Say, well, I guess the bamboo tree don't want to come up. Throw the bucket down, throw the fertilizer away, and walk on away from their dream. A lot of people do that. No, you've got to have patience. You got to know your time is going to come. You got to know that as you are working diligently, meticulously, people are coming by, they can't see it, it's okay. It doesn't matter that they don't see it. What matters is that you see it, and you are anxiously awaiting its arrival. That you're waiting for it, because you know it's there. Like Picasso, he knew when he looked at that big boulder, there's an angel in there waiting to be revealed. I'm going to get to it. And that's how you've got to look at your dream, that you're going to get to it. And everybody, see, most people don't have vision, ladies and gentlemen. Most people look at things just the way they are. They judge according to appearances. No, see, you've got to have that kind of faith and that kind of vision to know it's there as you're working diligently every day. Things aren't working out right. It's okay. You just keep right on coming back. Keep right on. Going back to the huddle, coming back again. People looking at you and saying, hey, why don't you stop? Why don't you try something else? You used to tell me that. Why don't you try something else, Les? Come on, I mean, look how long you've been doing this. Come on. You've never done this before, man. Come on, give yourself a break. Who's going to pay you that kind of money? You think these people crazy? No. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go out. This is my calling. I got to do this. I mean, it'd be great if you support it, but if you don't, it's okay. So you got to stick to your stuff, because people will convince you to give up on what you want to do. You'll convince yourself, because it doesn't happen right now. So what you got to do is that during those times, you got to hang on in there and know that as you have patience, as you continue to plan your work and work your plan, plan your work and work your plan, and don't even look up. And let me tell you what happens. You'll have a major breakthrough. And things begin to happen for you, man. In the audience here tonight, came to the first week series. It's possible. He lost his job a few months ago. He decided after hearing that lecture to go apply for a job. Told the guy, I just work for you free. You don't have to pay me. I just want to be busy, want to do something. They work for him free. Today, the guy said, listen, the sales manager has quit. We want you for the job. He's making $75,000. Here's what the guy did. He worked hard, ladies and gentlemen, while he was there. You want to make your goal happen? You got to work hard. You know who has the highest academic achievement in our school systems in the United States of America? Asian kids. Is it because they're genetically superior? No, they did a study. You know what they found out? They work hard. When our kids take the weekend to party, their kids take the time to go to the library. Doesn't take a rocket scientist for that. One of my dreams was to buy a home in Miami, Florida with a swimming pool. I never forget, I hired a family who, the little man told me he was from Cuba, came over on a little boat. I hired him to cut my grass. And this guy not only cut the grass, he cleaned the pool. I didn't ask him to do that. I said, well, how much are you going to charge me for the pool? Oh, no, nothing, sir, nothing. Just pay me for the grass. Oh, no, I've got to pay you for this too. Who did I keep that contract with? That guy. Hard worker. See, if you work and just decide that you're going to do everything you can to make it work. Students who want to improve their grades, you work hard, you'll get better grades. People who have a talent or skill, you practice, you look at how you're spending your time, and you spend your time working on your stuff. When the time comes for you to go up to bat, I guarantee you're going to bring some home. Pete Rose told a guy one time, said, boy, Pete, you're really lucky, man. He said, you're a lucky guy. I saw you get that hit today. He said, yeah, the more I hit balls in practice, the luckier I get. So as you decide, I'm going to look at my time, how I'm spending my time, because how you spend your time says who you are. What is the center of your life? How much time do you spend working on your dream, working on what you say you want to do? How much time do you spend doing research on it, looking at it? Finding out what's happening in the marketplace, finding out what the competition is doing, thinking about how will this be done 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. Wait a minute. Hey, when I go up to speak, I give it everything I got. So how long can you do this? Can you do this all over the country? No. What do you need to be thinking about, Les? Well, what about satellite? Yes, that's right. Have teleconferencing through satellite. Like they have those fights, you can have people in audiences all across the country. Televised, live with Les Brown. The motivator is loose. Hello. Thinking into the future. See, we got to start thinking, projecting ourselves ahead. How will this be done differently? Replacing myself, using communication technology, with video training. Everybody's doing it. So you've got to think, use that. See, repeat after me. If you don't use it, you lose it. See, ladies and gentlemen, if we strap everybody down in the chair and keep you here for 2 years and don't let you walk, and the day we come and open the door and say, you can go now, I guarantee you, you won't just be able to stand up and walk out. Why? Because you haven't been walking. Same things with our brains. See, if we don't challenge ourselves to think, if we don't challenge ourselves to stretch, if we don't say, come on, tell me what is it I need to be doing, and just keep on till you force yourself to get a breakthrough, till you continue to be in experiences of this nature to create a shift in your consciousness. When it happens, something happens to you. Ideas start flying around everywhere, and you got to have people around you on that level. There's some people that bring your energy level down, bring your thinking down. You want people that'll build them up and that you can really flow with. The vibrations are positive. You don't have those kind of people around you. You got dead people around you. You got to watch out. So yes, work hard. Develop yourself. Develop your plan of action. Have a backup plan of where you want to go and what you want to do. Become flexible. Be an innovator. Be creative. Take it to another level where it's never been done before. Feel that you are the one. I believe in a leapfrog theory, where you just jump out there and say, I'm the one. Who sent you? I am that I am sent me. It worked for Popeye. What qualifies you? The fact that I'm here. Most people don't have the courage to tell you no. They think you're a little off, and you probably are. Be aware that you're going to have to modify your plan because of new situations. New things will happen, some things that you didn't anticipate. I was giving a speech, and a person who had been listening to my tapes, I didn't know, enjoyed one of my speeches I gave on commitment. So here I am sitting up here. They're about to introduce me after this speaker. This person goes up and said, Mr. Brown, I've been looking for this opportunity to speak before you. I've just admired your work, sir. I said, thank you very kindly. A young lady went to that microphone. She said, I want to talk to you about commitment. Everybody said, I said, wait a minute here. Now, I got commit. This is the speech I'm going to give tonight. Their whole thing was commitment to excellence. That was their theme. So I said, well, this is going to be a breeze for me tonight. I'm going to come in here and give this speech. I already got a tape on this. All I have to just insert their names on there. I can walk with this. So she started talking about commitment. So I said arrogantly, well, she can only take it so far, and I'll just pick up where she left off and take it out in the universe and teach her something. Well, she didn't leave me anything. Hey, I mean, she milked it. She started talking about Goethe. And I say to you in the spirit of one who said, unless you commit yourself, your life has no value, your life has no purpose. And people saying, go ahead, girlfriend, go ahead. When she finished, I said, oh my goodness, I'm sitting at the table. I was so glad they had a soloist between us. I had to put together another speech. And I wasn't planning on working that hard. Things change. So the man was up, he came to the podium, my reputation on the line now. Everybody looking at me like, he's supposed to be the motivator. She was real good. We paid him a lot of money. Yes, sir, you're going to do something for this $10,000 tonight. Come on, homeboy. Yeah, because we got the rest of this check over here. Come on, we hold on to it. We ain't going to give it up unless you sweat for us tonight. So when the guy got ready to introduce me, I got up standing in the back like a heavaight champion or something. Just rocking side to side, looking like a wild animal. Snatched the phone when I went up there, you know what I mean? And I tore that microphone up, didn't take no prisoners. But I got through with it. I hit one quote. Somebody said, ow! And it was her. So I'm saying when life happens to you, and it's going to happen, don't let it intimidate you. No. Don't get intimidated by it. And it happens to everybody. It happens constantly to everybody. We're going to all experience some hard knocks in life. Things that can deplete your spirit, your energy, and just take your courage. And we just have to dig deep then during those times. You got to dig deep within yourself and know that you have what is required to pull it out. And here's one other thing that I think it's important at some point that you have to admit to yourself and face it, saying, hey, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard. And it's okay. See, you got to make it okay. See, if you don't make it okay, it will use you. It will wear you out. See, when you're going through a challenge, ladies and gentlemen, when life puts a good whipping on you, it's almost like when you're children. Now, I remember when my mother used to whip me, at that time I didn't understand. And I thought it was horrible on her part to beat me like that. She used to beat me like she didn't know me. I said, Mama, it's me. It's me. It's me, Mama, me. Didn't I tell you about out there running with those kids? You always out there with those gangs. Every time I hear a siren, I think you're in the back of some ambulance with a bullet in you. Didn't I tell you about being out there with the 14th Street gang? Well, Mama, I wasn't doing that. I was just there looking. Did not get your behind on. Come on, come over. But now, as I look back, I understand why Mama panicked, why she didn't want me running with that crowd. I said, but Mama, I don't drink, I don't do no drugs. Mama, I don't smoke. It's just my friend George down there. We, Boo and I, we were there. We were just having some fun. No, don't run with them. No. You've got to separate yourself. No. You don't want to blend in with him. No. That's not good company to be in. And Mama was right. Most of them are dead or in jail or on drugs. Mama was right. I had no idea at the time when that whipping took place how valuable it was. Let me tell you something. You never stop getting whoopings in life. Life whoops you also. And while you're in it, you don't understand. You scream. You say, why did it happen to me? You become angry and defiant and resentful and feel sorry for yourself. And then later on, you look back and you say, now I know why I had to go through that. Oh, I needed that lesson. See, I think we're in school. And if you're going through a major challenge right now, it is an opportunity for you to grow. See, the harder the challenge, the greater the growth. And let me tell you something else. The universe does not bring great challenges and does not make it hard for wimps or chumps. If you got real hard challenges, universe has respect for you. Hello. See, you're going to be faced with a series of opposition, all kind of obstacles in your path. Yes, all kind of hurdles you're going to have to overcome. But as you do that, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. As you do that, as you go through that, when you come through, ladies and gentlemen, when you come through that valley, when you come through that fight, there'll be a look in your eyes that everybody will know this is a different person here. Because what you become in the process, if you hang in there, what you become as a person, the kind of spiritual growth, personal growth, the kind of commitment, the kinds of things that you have within you now showing and revealing themselves that you would have not have known was there had you not gone through this. I would not be on this stage right now had I not been fired on November the 22nd, 1978, from WVKO radio station. I would not be here right now. I probably would still be in broadcasting, had a promising career. But because of that incident, that at the time, it was all that I knew. All my life, I wanted to be a disc jockey. Here's about life, something about life. That, see, if you don't have enough insight or courage to move on when you've outgrown a position and you don't know it and you don't move on where you're supposed to go to another level, I believe if you're worthy, life will move on you and make you go. Make you go. Get on out of here. You've been here long enough. Get out. Go pursue your greatness. See, people who are choosing their future, these are people saying, wait a minute, life doesn't have to move on me. Or these are people that life has moved on. And they said, hey, okay, if this is what I got to do, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it. That takes us to the next step. If it's hard, there's something that you're facing, some decision, you got to make something you're handling, and it's very difficult, very challenging. Here's what I'm suggesting. Face the fact it's hard and go through with it. Do what you got to do. Do it. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it will make you cry. Sometimes it will hurt deep inside. A man said that in time of adversity, you don't have an obstacle to deal with. You have a choice to make. That's what you have to do. When it's hard, you have a choice to make. I had a friend that I loved very much, and I had a choice to make. It was a hard choice. I had to tell him, don't ever come to my house again. We've known each other since we were kids. I was hard. I had a choice to make. My life was at stake. I was doing everything I could do to help him, and he was taking me down to the gutter. He was too powerful for me. I couldn't help him. I could only hurt him. I said, no. You must go. No. And he knows I love him. I said, but you're the only person never given up on me. I said, I know. I said, but now you got to stand on your own. I've done all I can do. Go. Hey, come on, man. Come on. We've been together since we were kids. I know. And the person I know is not standing in front of me. I don't know who this person is. And whoever this person is, you must go. And I hope at some point in time you find yourself. But I can't handle this anymore. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't pick the people up in your life, for God's sake, don't let them take you down. No. And that's anything. Circumstances. Sometimes you have to move to another town. Sometimes you got to take some chances. Sometimes you got to move and don't even know where you're going. But you got to go. Where are you going? I don't know. But it's out of here. I'm going. It's hard changing directions. It's hard deciding to go back to school. You've been out of the classroom for years, sitting around with kids young enough to be your grandchildren. It's hard starting over again, learning a new career. That's hard. To invest the time, lady that I know wanted to be a lawyer for years. So she became married and she had children. All that interrupted her schedule. So a friend of hers said, look here, now that you're divorced, children will be leaving home soon. Why don't you go back to law school? Oh, no. Why? Hey, 8 years from now, take 8 years, just too long. She said, I think she said, I'll be, 38 8 years from now, She said, how old will you be if you don't go to law school? 8 years from now. See, you got to look at it and say, wait a minute, I got some time left here. And I am, with what I got, I'm coming out here, and whatever I have to face, whatever challenges I got to take on, whatever opportunities I want to begin to cap on, I'm willing to do that. It's hard, so what? I got that. I know it's hard. See, a lot of people think that the fact that it's hard discourages them, and they go back, they turn around. Because that's how most people have been programmed. Do the easy stuff. No, no, no. You want the stuff that's challenging, stuff that will make you stretch, the stuff, the things, the adventures in life that will introduce yourself to yourself, a part of you that you don't know right now. Because there's more in you, and you know it, you can feel it there. That this can't not just be it. And so you want something that you can stretch out on 7 days a week. Folks will wonder why you got that smile. Look at that walk you got. You come in a room and you light it up. People will sit by you and say, my goodness, what powerful vibration here. You got that right. Most people, ladies and gentlemen, are dull. Just go on. Good morning. What's good about it? Thank God it's Friday. Low energy. No. Here's something else. You're going to hit a wall. A lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, don't come out here because they don't want to hit the wall. Everybody hits the wall. No one's exempt. There's a period. Let me tell you how it goes. When things are going real good, when you first start off, life is playing with you. Just teasing you. Say, look here, we got one that think he's going to get over. Let's watch it for a minute. Very good. Boy, are we going to have fun with this one here? What energy he has. What's that he got in his hand? Interesting, a Mastermind Goal Achievers Journal. Very good. We're beating with that too. I'm telling you, I believe that the people say, look here, let's see what else they're going to do now. No, wait till he gets right to the door. That's when they do it. Slam the door then. Let him get his finger in the door. You're going to hit a wall. You're going to be going and things are looking great. You're excited. You're going to tell everybody about it. And then all of a sudden you hit a wall. Wham! And that wall shocked some people. That wall stunned some people. That wall knocked the life out of some people. That wall discouraged some people. Some people, when they hit that wall, boom! They say, I know I can't have that. Woo! Oh, that's something else. And they'll tell other people, there's a wall up there. Oh, you don't want to go up there. No, you better come on. And they'll say, is that right? Okay, and they'll turn right around. Go. We're even going to test it. All right? Have you had people tell you, oh, you can't do that? How you know? Oh, I tried it already. Have you ever had people tell people that? Oh, yeah. See, they hit the wall. It didn't work out for them. They hit the wall and they turned around. The wall is painful. It's painful hitting that wall. And I'm saying to you, all of us will hit the wall. Some will choose to go back. But there's some small number who, when they hit that wall, they decide, wait a minute. Some people, when they hit the wall, they turn their power down. And they have defeated themselves and their minds and say, I can't do it. But some people hit that wall, boom, and they get mad. Wait a minute. What you doing in my way? You know I'm supposed to be over there? Come on, you got some price to pay. It doesn't matter. I'm supposed to be over there. This kind of person refuses to be denied. This person will come back trying to get round the wall, trying to gotta dig a hole and get under this wall, trying to carve a hole in the center. This person doesn't care about the pain because this person knows something. There's no gain without pain. There's no gain without pain. So this person, ladies and gentlemen, comes back anyhow, again and again and again. And if you keep on hitting that wall, boom, just keep on. Boom, just keep on. Boom, here's what happens to you. That you will have an incredible breakthrough. And it's as if the universe says, let's help him out. Come on. I admire that kind of tenacity. Let's give her a hand. Let's send her assistance, send her resources. It will come out of nowhere. As you're working times with tears falling down your face, and you'll look back on the times and you will cherish those times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard. I was 9 years old in Overtown, and my mother became ill at the M&M cafeteria. And she was a cook, and one day she was moving a big pot. And because of her arthritis, she couldn't hold it up, and she dropped it. And she spilled it and had an accident, burned herself and other people there. And Mama lost her job, couldn't work anymore. And I'll never forget, I look back on it and I say, whoa, that we had one can of sardines in the refrigerator. Mama couldn't work. Couldn't get any kind of assistance. We have no family. She adopted these 3 kids with no man. And the neighbors would come in and look in on us whenever they could. And I remember Mama said, sick, she said, you might get ptomaine poisoning from eating that. She said, how long has it been open? I said, I don't know, Mama. She said, Margaret and Wesley, one of them opened it, and it's been, it was there last night. She said, I tell you, bring it here. She said, I'll just eat a little bit, and if my stomach starts hurting, if I get sick, go call Miss Henry or Miss Iris next door, and they'll call Dr. Johnson. I said, yes, ma'am. And we sat there looking. I said, Mama, you going to be all right? I said, let me do it, Mama. No, y'all just wait. It was hard. And I said, oh, God, please. Oh, don't let Mama get sick. Don't let her get sick. Please, Lord, please, please, please. And Mama ate it, and we sat there watching. And after about 15, 20 minutes, Mama, you all right? You all right? Yes, go get me some water. Yes, ma'am. Mama, you all right? Yes, I'm all right. Okay, you can have it. We can all eat now. That was a hard time. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade it. Why? Because it makes you value things. You realize how blessed you are. When you look, there's a song called How I Got Over. Sometimes I look back and I wonder how I got over. That when we look back at our lives, we are blessed just to be here. Thinking about a person who's here, been to our seminars, and Jawan, at 26, something happened to her that would touch every woman here. She developed a disease that she lost all of her hair. Hair is more important to a woman than a man. Lost all of her hair. All over her body. Alopecia. And she said that when she lost her hair, she felt that she was unattractive. She was afraid to go out. Eventually, when she developed the courage to have a relationship, she had apprehension. How will men treat her? How will they react? She had embarrassing moments when her wig fell off her head. And it was a crushing experience for her. It devastated her. And so she said, I decided that I was going to go out and face the world without my wig. I'm not going to hide behind it no more. And she said it was hard. She said, I attempted 30 times to leave the house, and I couldn't bring myself to go out the door. And a friend came by that she had talked to and told him that day she was going to go out. And so he came over and said, hey, you ready to go? She said, yes. And she went back upstairs to get her wig. And she came back down with it on. He said, what are you doing with the wig? I thought you said you're going to go out without it today. She said, oh, I know, but it's cold outside. He says, 93 degrees. Well, I'll do it another day. I'll do it another day. Not today. Don't make me do it today. He said, listen, Jawan, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. come on, you don't need it. And she said, him saying that you'll be all right, you can handle it. She said it was almost like magical. She said she took the wig off and threw it up the steps. She said, let's go. She said she stepped out. She's around 6'1", tall. She stepped out. She said she didn't look to the right or left. She just walked straight, you know? And people said, oh, how beautiful you are. Oh, that's a hip hairstyle you got. Little kids, you know. Flies would land on the head and just slip off, right? That's my buddy. I'm the only one who can talk about that, see. And it changed her life. And she said that there was a period in her life, she said, Lord, she felt cursed. Why did this have to happen to me? What am I supposed to do? And she said one time she woke up one morning and the little head covering that she wore had come off. And she said when she was thinking about what she's supposed to do with her life, she said a voice said to her, use what you got. And she's thinking, looking around her pocket, I don't have anything. And the voice came again, use what you got. And at that moment, she put her covering on her head. And she said, as she looked in the mirror, this is all I got. And she decided that day to start going around giving lectures to women who also had suffered from alopecia, who'd lost their hair. She started writing a book on her experience and how embarrassing it was, how humiliating it was, and some of the fun things that happened to her when she lost a wig with a date. And what happened when he looked at her hair and said, what is this? See, you know what would Robert Schuller say? You got to take that lemon and turn it into lemonade. It was hard for her to do that, and she did it. There's somebody I want you to help me out with. Remember the name. The name is Lisa Michelle Wentz, W-E-N-T-Z. She's at Children's Hospital. She's 5 years old. Most people at the hospital know her. See, know why they know her? She's going through something that's very hard right now. See, they know her because of her smile. She smiles a lot. She's such a vibrant little girl. And she's going through chemotherapy. And this little girl, only 5 years old on the planet, in face of that challenge that's hard for an adult, she smiles. She's a happy person. She's enriching other people's lives. People come in there and look at Lisa to feel blessed and realize that life is worth living, that life is worth facing the hard choices and doing what you gotta do, because nobody promised us it would be easy. And this little girl with a big smile, facing life, facing cancer, and say, get out of here, courageously. And I'm saying to you that there is a Lisa Michelle in all of us. If we hang in there, if we give out but don't give up, if we continue to resolve, again, yes, it's hard. Yes, I'm ready for it to be hard. Don't want it easy, but I want what's mine. And whatever stands in my way, I'm willing to pay this price for this breakthrough, for this talent, for this skill, for this dream, this goal that I have. Yes, I've been knocked down. Yes, I've been devastated. But I'm back now. And I know, even though it's hard, I will do it hard. And I won't give up. I'm going to hang on in here. And I'm going to come back again and again and again and again until I get what I want. I refuse to be denied. That's how you got to face life. So I say to you, if it's hard, keep on coming back again. If folk oppose you, come on back again. Run out of money, come back again. Keep working on yourself. Keep talking to yourself. See, many start, ladies and gentlemen, but few finish. Few people finish because they say, well, it was hard, and they stop. They take that as a stop sign as opposed to a growth sign. They look at that as something to block them as opposed to an opportunity for them to grow, to become more creative. See, I think that we're all destined for greatness. But the wimps in life, because of social conditioning, because of events, the cowards in life, the people who have this limited, restrictive thinking and visions of themselves, who have been doing the same thing in the same way over and over and over again, who spend so much time and energy complaining about how hard it is, as opposed to how I'm going to handle it, how I'm going to get over it, how I'm going to deal with it. No. Issue that is hard doesn't really matter. What matters is you've got a choice. And I'm saying you look at your life, you look at where you want to go, and you resolve that if it's hard, I'm going to do it hard. And I'm going to get what I want. This is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Thank you. Thank you.
For more information about other products or services offered by Les Brown Enterprises, you can call our convenient toll-free number at 1-800-733-ICAN. That's 1-800-733-4226.